Basically, what you want to do is widen the field. You want to create mismatches with athletes in space. So when you create those one-on-one mismatches and you could have those kids win those one-on-one matchups, it expands the field both horizontally and vertically. When you're able to do that, it puts teams in a bind. And they're utilizing just the different dynamics of your skill sets. And when you're trying to practice against it, it's hard to mirror an offense that it's very, very unstoppable. So you can't rep it at practice. So therefore, you have an advantage as the offensive coach to control the defense versus the other way around by controlling the tempo of the game.
Okay, anybody that watches this film, guys, watches our offense, knows at any point you're asking to get beat deep, short, intermediate, catch for a big run. You're constantly going to get weapons hit from all cylinders of football offensively.
What people forget a lot of times as coordinators is they forget about situational football. So what you want to do with your offenses or defenses, you want to put your offense in a disadvantage to an extent. So in a game, they have repped it at practice and they know how to beat it. So if you're going to put your best defense out there, that's your A defense, and you're getting exposed with your A defense, now you're controlling the game and making teams now go into their B and C, with something they haven't felt comfortable with or repped it at practice. So when you're able to control that and do that, and I used to really look at the other team's defensive coordinator and see how they were reacting. If they overreacted, if they started freaking out, and they freak out on the kids, and at that point we take a shot vertically to expose them, and then they just get in disarray. So when you're able to do that, it's just like an advanced game of chess. The more information you know about each kid, the more connected they are, and the more you have a personal relationship outside of just the realm of football, the psychological side. I think once you're able to accomplish that, then the sky's the limit. So just knowing your kids, knowing your personnel, knowing how to place them in the right positions to be successful. And once they have a little bit of success and they bite into it, then collectively it starts coming together. And then once you do that, then you start winning some games. So. I think I've seen the really good side of coaching, and then the other side of that is the really bad side. So the politics and just the bashing of kids, belittling of kids. And then on the other side, I had coaches that were very personal, actually cared for me as a person outside of an athlete. So when I chose to coach, I wanted to do it different than it's ever been done, to an extent where I want to be a coach that's more than just that. I want to wear the other hat as mentor and counselor and father or brother, whatever it is I needed to do to morph myself to create kids to be better in life, and just using football as a segue for it. So, one of my famous coaches, Chris Thomas, is a local guy, told me no matter what you do, don't ever stop giving. And I've kind of always used that and applied that in everything I'm doing. If it's pulling over, giving a homeless guy a meal or a couple bucks, or if it's seeing a kid that wants to learn how to throw football, or whatever the case is, you always want to give as much as you possibly can, because it says a lot about you. And when people speak of your name, you want them to speak highly of you, and not just like I said, the realm of just football. So I'm much bigger than that. I'm also a family guy, and I'm also in school right now working on a doctorate. There's certain things that I don't necessarily have to do. I just choose to do to be an example and a continued example for the kids I've coached or coaching now. So down the road, I kind of want to dabble with motivational speaking. Some I'm researching, and I think I could expand my territory a little bit more by doing that. So I've done a little bit of stuff already, but I really want to start getting into that when I have free time. So.